And I'm not saying that some of these things are not going to be good, but I think there is a very basic problem with this approach towards consciousness. So I would like to discuss two very basic ideologies behind artificial intelligence. One of them is transhumanism. And it is quite interesting because transhumanists actually believe that they offer something good to humanity because they believe that they offer us immortality. However, the way they want to offer us more immortality, it is through giving us mechanical bodies or transferring human consciousness to a robotic body or a computer system. So their belief is that we can transfer human consciousness to a program, so we can become just a computer program, or we can transfer the same consciousness into a robotic body. And I'm not saying that some of these things are not going to be good, but I think there is a very basic problem with this approach towards consciousness. And it is not about transferring consciousness, but about consciousness itself. And it is a bit unfortunate because although they are very brilliant engineers and they perhaps know a lot about engineering, it appears to me, know very little about consciousness because they're equating consciousness with logical, rational mind. However, I strongly believe, and any spiritual person I'm sure will agree with me, that we cannot transfer all of the human consciousness into a computer program or into a robotic body because we are so much more than our rational and logical minds. We have intuition, we have feelings, we have what is usually called the divine spark or even a human spark, which is actually encoded in the basis of our consciousness. And this is this form of consciousness that actually I value, and I think we should all value. So my main argument against transhumanism, it is that they use theological arguments and they tempt us with immortality and they tempt us with this possibility of transferring our consciousness into a machine when in fact they cannot do this because something very unique will be lost. I do not believe that all of human consciousness, especially the divine spark, the mystical part, the intellection, the intuition, the emotions, that they can be actually transferred into a computer program.